Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of my new Let's Play of Crash Nitro Kart, where Crash has fallen to sleep. Just kidding, by the way, because we are now moving on to doing the second world, which is of course the Barin world. We may be in a different part to where we left off last time because I just loaded the game. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to do some exploring around the arena to begin with. So this is where you face the boss, I believe, and this is the gate to the third world, which we'll listen to this.
You do not have enough keys to activate this world gate. Keys are earned by placing first in a race against a world champion. To challenge a world champion, you must win a trophy for each track on this world.
Because we didn't listen to that quotation in the last part anyway. Explored around the arena right here. So basically it is a snow world, but there's basically this cave area right here, which is kind of cool, which also goes underwater. But it's strange that like the water level is actually higher than the rest of the world, which is really odd. So this is where the tracks are, but of course we've also got the CNK arena, which we're not going to be doing just yet. So this is where we left off last time. We are going to be doing our first track, which is of course Meteor Gorge, which is kind of a bit like Blizzard Bluff, or kind of reminds me of Blizzard Bluff. I think for this track I'm actually going to try Crash Bandicoot for a change. Because, you know, why not change things up a little bit? And as you probably don't know, I've had a little bit of a cold lately, so I'm going to put in another menthol sweet, you know, so to keep my voice sounding good. I know I might sound a bit weird sucking something in my mouth while I play, but I'm going to sound a lot better than what I do when I'm full of cold. So here goes the first track of the Barin world. Blizzard, why did I nearly say Blizzard Bluff? It's Meteor Gorge.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And I'm kind of really hoping that they bring Crash Bandicoot back into Crash Team Racing Nitro Field. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think they actually are. So one of you may have to correct me on this. Because just like the last part, I am indeed planning on premiering this again. Because I wouldn't exactly say that I'm at the point where I'm wanting to do live streams as of yet. However, I'm actually trying YouTube's premiere feature out for this part, well, for this Let's Play, to see how that goes. Because it's kind of fun chatting in the comments section, well, in the chat section, while I watch this part of a Let's Play back. So immediately, first thing I've noticed is that Crunch feels a lot heavier and a lot more dull. Basically not my favourite character to play as, because I mainly favour balanced and handling characters in cars in racing games, as opposed to speed. I don't know why many might choose speed aspect, but I've always been like one for balanced and handling stuff, so I say this track looks really cool. Especially with that sort of like that green sort of like fish tank thing at the side, and we've got all this sort of like pipeline and machinery section right here, which is kind of cool. I didn't use invincibility, which is kind of odd. That's the first track completed of the Barin world, which is, I nearly said Blizzard Bluff again. I basically meant to say Meteor Gorge, because I keep mixing these up with CTR tracks. And I thought we'd just watch this little sort of like cutscene right here for a bit, but it don't really show much. It doesn't exactly show a trophy over your head like it does in Crash Team Racing. Well, that's not really a bummer at all.
Congratulations! You win a trophy! After performing a slide boost, the boost gauge will begin to fill up again. When it turns red, hit the boost button to get another more powerful boost. 3 slide boosts in a row make a slide boost combo, which will give you maximum speed.
Which is similar to what happens in CTR, however it doesn't really seem to have the reserve system in this game. And I don't think it will be in Nitro Fueled as well. Which is kind of sad, but basically I'm more of a, I'd say a standard player. I wouldn't say a casual player, but I'm not exactly a pro player like most others who use, let's say, the Sapphire and reserves tricks. If I can spit my words out, that will help. So here goes our second track, Barin Ruins, which is a track I really love. And oh dear, this is not looking good at all in terms of performance, because as you may be able to see and hear, we are not running in full speed because Fraps is making this lag, because I'm using an emulator. Although, it is still perfectly playable, as you may see. And it's not exactly all that bad. I keep meaning to get the HDMI adapter for my PS2, because it'd be kind of fun to hook my PS2 back up again, because I have got quite a good selection of games for that. But I think we're hitting about 50 out of 60 FPS right now, so what I could possibly try to do is maybe switch to the PAL version of a game, because that only runs at 50 FPS anyway, so then we could probably get a constant full speed. But enough on that, because it's not really spoiling the experience for me right now, as you may be able to tell, apart from the odd slowdowns. But this is another prime example why I love the tracks in Crash Nitro Kart. Seeing all the detail that they put in. There's like so many different sections. It seems to like change theme a little bit as you're going along through the track, which is something that I've always liked in Crash Nitro Kart. Although it did show a little bit in CTR. Although in other games such as Mario Kart 8 and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, or any other kart racers, we seem to have that problem where the tracks seem to be pretty much the same throughout, as in like too consistent. I know the later version of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, the transformed version, allowed you to use, let's say, transform into boats and planes, which I thought were pretty cool. However, nothing can beat the true mechanics and feel of Crash Team Racing. So yes, we've got first place again. I seem to be getting quite a good lead, and I've seemed to find the game a little bit too easy at this point. However, I will say that it's going to get harder as you go on, especially when doing the CNK challenges, and also going for the relics. And my Twitter is starting to blow up a little bit right now, because I've got Twitter on in the background in my browser, because I am playing this in a window, because I can only record this in 720p like I've said. I've just got 3 notifications in the last minute, which is really cool.
After a boost combo, the boost counter will appear. It will count any additional boost until your kart returns to normal speed. With enough practice, you can maintain boost speed for an entire race.
So now we'll go on to our third track, which is probably one of my favourite tracks, if not my favourite track in the entire game. Deep Sea Driving. of which I believe there is also a deep sea driving in Crash Tag Team Racing as well. And I might have actually played it before on my PSP, because I used to actually play the game on my PSP because I got it with my PSP back in 2008 for Christmas. However, I didn't exactly fully complete the game, and I'd really love to play Crash Tag Team Racing. Hence why I need to get this HDMI adapter for my PlayStation 2. I say I love this version of Deep Sea Driving quite a lot. And there is quite a lot of lag in this part and slowdown. You see, I don't know if I want to play it on PS2 or not, because I personally think that it seems to look pretty gorgeous on the emulator in HD. This game looks pretty good in 720p 60 FPS, I will say. Although we are getting full speed right now. But I mean, man, I just love this track. I mean, you've got this like cave section right here. It kind of combines Ruse Tubes and Mystery Caves from CTR. Oh whoa, that was some airtime. That was awesome. And I love the anti-gravity mechanic in this game so much. Although it does get a little glitchy later on, I will say. Although I don't exactly think that's too much of an issue. It's basically in the Technic Homeworld. You seem to be getting a little bit of sort of, well, I don't know, a bit glitchy. It seems to like have weird collisions. So it's got to keep on drifting and keep the boost going. So you get more of an advantage. Oh no, that was not meant to happen. Well, you could even see through the glass all the extra detail that they put in all the environments. I'm actually quite surprised that the PS2 could actually render all that. In fact, I'm quite surprised that a lot of PS2 games were actually 60 FPS. Or 50 FPS if you lived in a PAL region like me. Because countries like the UK and Australia do indeed use PAL instead of NTSC, which is normally 60 FPS. Now that was weird, I sort of skipped over that jump pad right there. And I didn't want to do that, now I'm going to lose my boost combo, I knew it. But this track is absolutely fire. And with a big lead again, we've now got first place. So, of course, we're going to be doing a boss next, which is a lot harder than probably all the CTR bosses put together. Which is, of course, a little Sharky, which is very interesting indeed. So, little Sharky. Little Sharky. Yes, that's what I say, little Sharky. Anyway, enough on that.
You now have 6 trophies. With these, you have earned the right to race Nash, Barin's champion. Nash was engineered to always move. He never stops or even sleeps. Put him up! Put him up!
Is that enough? I need to get moving!
Soon, Nash. Soon.
Not soon. No!
Excellent.
So now we are going to do our second boss in Crash Nitro Kart, which is of course Nash the Shark. So,
Congratulations! You win a trophy! When you enter a vortex, Sparky will ask which member of your team you want to race with. To better your chances of winning, choose the driver best suited for the track.
so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go straight to the boss. That's another interesting thing as well. I kind of like that they've got portals for bosses in Crash Nitro Kart. Because as you may see, we have the shark sitting in the portal, which is kind of cool, along with the key floating around, so basically like a hologram. And I think we're going to try Coco for a change. Because, you know, why not? Because, I mean, I think I might play as Coco from now on, because she has got the best handling. And I mean, as I say, Crash Nitro Kart's handling is not as good as CTR's, like I said in my last part, but who cares, because we still love the game, so. So here we go, a race against Nash. Let's see how well this goes down. Oh, and why didn't I take the shortcut? What that would have done? And the prophet says that Nash will lose. But it is not going to plan. Whoa, I'm doing really bad. As I say, this boss is a prime example of why CTR's bosses were too easy. In my opinion, anyway. But I'm going to go behind him for a minute to show you that the bosses in Crash Nitro Kart use totally unique power-ups as opposed to what they did in CTR. So they're basically like power-ups that are unique for that character. Oh jeez, I suck. Why am I doing so bad? So now we've got the spikes, we had the teeth before, but I'm not used to Coco's controls at all, as you may be able to see. But I am still going to win this race. Because I hate losing. Just kidding, by the way, because I mean, I play games just for fun. I am not super competitive, and I don't care if I win or lose, it's just the fun that counts and the taking part, so that's what every true gamer, or every true sportsman, should always keep into account. And as you may notice, all of the moving elements on the track, such as these moving blades, are actually now static in the boss, which is really interesting. But I'm really happy that they decided to keep using this track for the boss, because it actually fits the boss's theme really well, and also it's such a good track. It never gets tiring to play it twice. I'm going to actually turn this around a bit, because I weren't going too well at the start, but at least I've got a bit used to Coco's controls now, so that's at least something. But I definitely can't wait to see what this track is going to be like in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, which will probably be the highlight of 2019. So that is that. Let's check how long the recording's been going for. I've only been going for about 20 minutes, which is actually quite short, so.
Oh, hello there. Do you think I can get my key back? Come on!
You lost, buddy.
I don't care!
I hacked his brain and put him to sleep. He looked like he needed some, the poor shark thingy.
That's a first. Get him out of here this instant. Well, you're halfway there. Here's where things start to get tricky. On to phenomena.
So that is now the... I'm just going to check how long we've been recording for. Oh, we've been recording for 20 minutes about, so... I don't know if I should leave it at that.
You won a key.
Or I should do some arena challenges. You know, I think I'm actually going to do some arena challenges right now, so... I think we're going to jump into the arena for this world, which will of course be Frozen Frenzy.
Collect every crystal in the arena before time runs out, and you will win a prize.
So this is what we're going to do. We're now going to do Frozen Frenzy, because we've only been going for 20 minutes and I do not want to make these parts too short, especially if it's a premiere, which is something I'm trying right now. And I think it's going quite well, because I definitely like chatting to you all in the chat section of these premieres. So thank you so much to the two that showed up to my premiere last week. So here's your shout out to you two, which is of course Noel McDavid and Spyro557 Jonathan, which are probably my two favourite viewers, so thank you so much to you two for that. You've just had another shout out. You know, they both say that I'm too kind to them, but you know, I love all my friends, so I only want to like do the best, you know what I mean? So I like give them a bit of a support, so as we all support each other's channel in this friendly Spyro community, which I truly love and would be absolutely lost without. And to be honest, this community means so much to me. I've got this habit now where I save all my videos that I upload to YouTube as well on my hard drive and backups, because you know, just in case anything ever happens to YouTube, or let's say my channel gets hacked, I've at least got backups. Although I highly doubt that will happen, but who knows what the future holds. But if that ever does happen, I'll just like start my own like private site and upload all my Let's Plays from there, because I love doing them so much. Although I highly doubt that anything is ever going to happen to YouTube, because, I mean, YouTube's so popular. And it's definitely a really good place which promotes lots of video games.
At the starting line, your boost gauge will appear. Press the gas button to fill the gauge. If the gauge is in the red zone, when the light turns green, you'll get a boost.
So that's that challenge done now, but I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to go into Terra, and we're also going to do this other crystal challenge, which I left out in the last part because the last part was pretty long due to the opening cutscenes and stuff like that, so I thought I might as well catch up on some crystal challenges. So we go to Temple Turmoil, which I like using Coco for these challenges because she has the best handling. You know, when you're making these e-brake turns, you need the best position possible. So here we go with this. So hopefully we can get this done. But as I was saying, I think YouTube's good for all, because not only does it give people the sort of like a hobby of doing gaming videos, but it also kind of benefits the video game industry as well, because I mean it sort of like promotes their games and encourages people to buy their games, unless you're Nintendo, you know, because I think Nintendo aren't as bad anymore because I did upload some Mario Kart 8 videos back in 2017 and I had to take them down because they all got copyright strikes, which totally sucks. So, obviously Nintendo don't deserve the publicity back then, but I think they've changed a bit now, so that's at least one good thing. I think YouTube's pretty good, but it could do with some improvements to one or two things, but apart from that, especially video quality, but apart from that, definitely gives me a good hobby. I love doing these videos and I will always continue to keep making them, so that is that. That is 2 of his crystal challenges completed as well as the Barin World. So, I hope you all enjoyed this part, and thank you so much for watching again. As always,
Wonderful.
I will see you all in part
Token.
3.